All right. So for today's lesson, 316, we're breaking apart to multiply. Just like I just showed you, they broke apart 8 times 4 to be 5 groups of 4, which we know is 20. We also know that 3 groups of 4 is 12. And when I put 20 and 12 together, like a part whole diagram, I get 32 all together. This is the distributive property that we've practiced before back in topic 6. So we're going to practice it again. So let's look at our first problem. It says that Jordan solved 6 times 5 by breaking apart the 6 into 5 plus 1. Which of the following correctly shows the next step to find his solution? Circle the letter of the correct answer. So when I look at this problem, they had the original problem of 6 times 5. So I'm going to make a quick array to show that. Go ahead and draw this on yours as well. I clicked the marker tool. I'm going to click a pretty big dot, but not the biggest dot. And I'm going to show that there are 6 rows with 5 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's row 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's row 3. And I'm going to do this until I have 6 rows of 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row. Perfect. So I have 6 rows with 5 in each row. I'll give you a minute to draw that on yours. Make sure you have an array on here. I will be looking for an array for this problem. So mine isn't perfect. We can see I don't have perfect rows and perfect columns, right? But it does the job. It's good enough that I can tell which one is in which row. So make sure you don't just have a bundle of dots, that you kind of can see which row they go in. So then it says that he broke apart the 6 to be 5 times 1. So I can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So he broke this apart to be 5 rows and 1 row. So when I look at this first row here, oops, I cut it a little short. I know that 1 row of 6 is how many? If I have 1 times 6, that's the same as 6, right? And then we've got these 5 rows of 6. And I know that 5 times 6, if I skip count by 5s, 6 times is how much? Go ahead and type it in the chat. What is 5 times 6?
30.
30, good job. So I know that there are 30 here in this section. So if I have 30 in one part, 6 in the other part, how many would I have all together? How many would I have all together? Good job, Anais. I see it in the chat. Very good. 36. Absolutely. 36, because 30 and 6 more is 36. There we go. My 6 is not great. Looks like a B. There we go. A little bit better. So then I look at my choices here. Well, which one best matches the work I did? Did I show 5 times 6 plus 1 times 6? Did I show 6 times 5 plus 1 times 5? Did I show 5 times 6 plus 1 times 6? Or 5 times 5 plus 1 times 5? I see that there's 5 in each of these rows. Oops. I did this one wrong, didn't I, you guys? I think I did it. Mistake. I did. He saw 5 times 6 by breaking it into 5 and 1. So this is 5 times 5. Ah! You guys didn't tell me. All right. I cannot count today. That's what we just learned. We just learned that Mrs. Mannering has not had enough coffee and can't count to 30. So that's really fun for us. Okay, let's try this again. So there's 5 here. I was thinking 6 times 6, but no, it's 6 times 5. Here's my array again. Let's start back at the beginning. So now that I have my proper array, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row. And here I have 1 row with 5 in that row. Not 6. This time I have 5. So now if I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now I have 25 and 5 more. Now what will my total be? If I have 25 and 5 more.
30.
30. There we go. I think we're on the right track now, you guys. I think we've got it. I think I've got it. Sometimes it takes me like a bit. It takes me a minute. So I've got 6 times 5 is our original equation. And they broke it up into 5 rows with 5 in each row. And then 1 row with 5 in that row. Which one of these choices shows that? Go ahead and type in the chat, A, B, C, or D. Which one shows 5 rows with 5 in each row and then 1 row with 5 in that row? Go ahead and type A, B, C, or D. Five rows with 5 in each row, 1 row with 5 in that row. I've got some different answers here. Let's go through them, because I see a lot of us are on kind of different pathways here. So this one says 5 rows with 6 in each row and 1 row with 6 in each row. This is what I originally did when I misread the problem. I thought it was 6 times 6, but it's not. It is not A. B, 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 6. I'm not adding 5 plus 6. That's 11. And 1 plus 6 is 7. Does 11 and 7 make 30? Nope. It's not that one. 6 times 5 plus 1 times 5. Well, 6 times 5 would be 30, and 1 times 5 is 5. That would be 35. That's not the same. 5 times 5, which we have here, the square of 25, and 1 times 5, which is 5 more. 25 and 5 we found is 30. So the correct answer is D. We had 5 rows of 5 and 1 row of 5. All right, we ready after my mix-up? Let's look at number 2. It wants us to fill in these blanks for these number sentences. So now it says that my total equation is going to be 8 times 5. It wants me to break it up to 4 times 5 and another equation. So when I look at these, I can see that 5, 5, and 5 are the same. That means they must all have 5 in each row. So that means the other number was broken up. 8. If I broke up 8 to be 4 and another number, what other number would it be? What other number plus 8 or plus 4 equals 8? Go ahead and type in the chat. What number should I put there? They broke apart 8 to be 4, and what other number? What other number do I need to get 8? Good job, Daniela. Yep. Anais, yes. David, good job. Yep. Waiting for a couple more. I need to hear from Diego, Alejandro, Jose, Matthew. I can't see you. I can't hear you, so I need to see you in the chat. What number do I add plus 4 to get to 8? What number plus 4 will equal 8? Alejandra, good. Diego, good. Natalie, nice job. Matthew, I need to hear from you too, babe. Rocky, Daniela, very good. Jose, great. Awesome. Yes, 4 and 4 make 8, right? So this missing number here is 4. Well, it shows me here 20. It says 8 times 5 equals 20 plus a number. Where did they get 20 from? Where is this 20 coming from? It just said 8 times 4 equals 4 times 5 and 4 times 5. I'm sorry, 8 times 5. What was it, David?
4 times 5.
Yes, 4 times 5 is 20, isn't it? So they just put that answer here. Well, I have another 4 times 5 here, Matthew. What is 4 times 5? What's 4 times 5, Matthew? Help me out. Four times 5. If I skip count by 5s, 4 times 20. There you go. Thanks for that in the chat. Absolutely. 4 times 5 is 20. Perfect. And then if I add 20 and 20, Natalie, what do I get? What's 20 and 20, Natalie? Daniela, not quite. There you go, Daniela. What do you think, Natalie? What's 20 plus 20? Miss Natalie, are you there? You see it from Daniela, David, Alejandra. Yes, good job, Alejandra. 40. 20 and 20 more is 40. Absolutely. Good job. Oh, man. My marker tool is going crazy today. There we go. Yep, there you go, Natalie. All right, just want to make sure you're still here. All right, so that was really good. Good job, you guys. We broke apart that 8. Now it's asking for 7 times 8. Now this one is really hard. 7 times 8 is a really hard one to memorize. So it's great to have another strategy in our brain to back it up. So if I have 7 times 8, and it says a number times 8 plus 5 times 8. Well, again, I see that the 8 is staying the same because there's an 8 here, an 8 here, and an 8 here. They left the 8 alone. That means that there's 8 in each row. So they must have broken apart the 7. They broke apart 7 to be a number and 5. What number is missing? If I have 7 and I broke it apart to be a number plus 5, what number is missing? Good job, Anais. Yes, 2 is missing, right? 2 plus 5 is 7. So if I know that 7 equals 2 plus 5, they broke up that picture again. They had 7 rows and they said, well, I'm going to take these 5 here. And I'm going to put these 2 here because that'll make it easier for me, right? So now they got 40. Where did this 40 come from, Alejandra? Why did they write 40 here? Alejandra, why did they write 40?
Because they equal 56.
That is true. 7 times 8 is 56. But I'm asking right here, Alejandra, do you see how they wrote 40 right here? Where did they get that number?
From 5 times 5.
Oh, you're
8
so, yes, good
5.
job. Yes, from 5 times 8. Good job, Alejandra. Yeah, this 40 came from 5 times 8, didn't it? So Rocky, then what's 2 times 8? What do I write on this line? If I skip count by 2s 8 times, what do I get? Oh no, I froze. I froze, huh? Am I still frozen? I think I'm still frozen. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can anybody see or hear me? Because you're all frozen. There we go. I froze because I could tell everyone was like, and then my screen froze and everything froze. So I don't know if you heard my Frozen song. It was pretty on point. Just throwing that out there. You'll hear it on Screencastify if you watch the YouTube video later. Just saying. So anyway, I did. Yay! Someone heard my lovely solo. So what is 2 times 8, Rocky?
16.
16. Very good. Thank you so much. And then I've got 16 plus 40. What is that total, Diego? What's 16 plus 40? Oh man, I froze again. I'm freezing like on and off. Elsa's ice powers. 16 and 40, Diego. What is 16 plus 40? Anais, yes, absolutely. Good job in the chat. 16 and 40, Diego. I see Anais has it in the chat. Diego in the chat. Yay, good job. Yes, 56, absolutely. 16 and 40 more is 56. Ah, what is going on with my marker? Let me try that one more time. 56. I'm just writing too quick. My computer's like, whoa, girl, slow down. It's too much for me today. All right, great job, you guys. Perfect. You are already on the right track. Let's go ahead and click page 3. There's a couple of them we're going to do together, and then there are a couple that you are going to do on your own. Go ahead and click to page 3. We're going to move on to page 3. There's a couple we'll do together and a couple you will do on your own. So usually when we get to this solve piece right here, I have y'all do it on your own. But I noticed yesterday, or not yesterday, it already seems like yesterday, an hour ago this morning, with my other group, when I had them do this on their own, they didn't quite know where to start. So we're going to do this top part together, and then the bottom piece you will do on your own. So it says that Jenna has 6 packs of 7 pencils. To find out how many pencils she has, she writes 6 times 7. Fill in these blanks to show how Jenna might find out her answer by using other facts that she might know. So it shows us 6 times 7 is the same as 3 times 7 and another fact. They even drew us this lovely array of what looks like to be strawberry chocolate bars. So they show us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in each row with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So there are 7 rows with 6 in each row. So they have 3 times 7. So if I were to break this up, I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so they need 7 in 3 groups. There's 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups of 7. Whatcha? They cut it straight down the middle. So they know that this part here is 3 times 7. We need to figure out what is the other piece. What equation would be represented here? I still have 7 in each row, and I have 1, 2, 3 rows. So this is the same as another 3 times 7. So then I need to figure out, what does this half look like? How many are here? There's 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right here, there's 21. Same thing here, 7, 14, 21. So each of these spaces has 21 squares. And then when I put 21 and 21 together, what is my final answer? Go ahead and type it in the chat. What is 21 plus 21?
42.
Good job, David. I saw from Anais in the chat as well. Yes, 42. 2 and 2 make 4. 1 and 1 make 2. 42. So this is one way I could solve the problem. But they want us to do more than just one way. So now I'm going to erase how I broke it apart here. And it wants us to try a different way. So now it's asking, okay, well, what if we break it to be 6 times 5 and 6 times another number? So now they're saying, well, now there's 6 in each of these rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they want 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're cutting this part right here now. They say this is 6 times 5. This is one part of it. What's the other piece? What equation does this represent? Jose, what do you think? There's 2 rows with 6 in each row. How would I write that in multiplication? What do you think, Jose? You can come off of mute or you can type it in the chat. What do I write? What equation is here? What number times what number? How many rows with how many in each row? Anais, yes, very good. Jose, I need you to tell me in the chat. Otherwise, I can't mark you as present if you're not participating. You can come off of mute or type in chat. You're close. It's 6 plus 6, which is the same as 2 rows. And each row has 6. So you're right. That is the same as 6 plus 6, isn't it? So not 6 times 6, but 6 plus 6, which is the same as 6 times 2. There are 2 rows with 6 in each. So what is 6 times 5? Matthew, what's 6 times 5? What do I write on this line? See, thank you, Alejandra. She gave me the answer for this one right here, which is 12. Matthew, what's 6 times 5? You can type it in the chat or you can come off of mute.
30.
30. Very good. Thanks, Matthew. Absolutely. So this one is 30. So now I have 30 plus 12 for my final answer, which is again 42. There we go. Nice work. So now it wants us to use the array to show another way she could break this apart. So again, I'm going to erase this. It's kind of a good thing this is on Seesaw, otherwise our paper would break with all this erasing, wouldn't it? All right. So now it wants us to show another way. I've shown breaking apart 7 to be 5 and 2. I've shown breaking apart 6 to be 3 and 3. What if I break apart 6 another way? What's another way I could break apart 6 to make it really easy? If I have 6, what's the easiest way to break this apart with facts that I know? Think about how many are in this hand. How many are on this hand?
5 and 1.
5 and 1. Do you guys agree? 5 and 1 make 6? I agree. I think so. So if I go back to this array, I'm going to break it up to be 5 and 1. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to break this up so that I have one row here. And then these other rows here. So This represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in each row. When I look over here, I have one row with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that row. So it would be 1 times 7 and 5 times 7. It's another way I could break it apart and still get the same answer. All right, this bottom piece is your turn. Leave this last drawing here so that they can see for this problem, the one that we did together. Down at the bottom, we're talking a little bit more about place value. It wants us to write these numbers in a different way. For example, what is 10 tens worth? How much is 10 tens worth? Go ahead and write it in the chat. 10 tens. If I were to ask you, what is the value of 10 tens? What would you tell me? What would you tell me? What is the value of 10 groups of 10? If I gave you 10 sticks and each of those sticks had 10, I don't even know where my place value cubes are right now because my kids steal my stuff. What is 10 groups of 10? There we go. I see in the chat 100. Good job. So you'll write 100. And, oh my gosh, these zeros. These zeros. There we go. Okay. Same thing, 50 tens. What would 50 tens be worth? What would 200 equals how many tens? How many tens are in 200? How many tens are in 210? How many tens are in 240? What's 25 tens worth? What's 63 tens worth? So this is your independent piece for this lesson. Is page 1 will be graded and this bottom part down here will be graded. Whoa, what did that do? Come on, man. Here we go. So go ahead and work on this for about like 3 more minutes. About 3 more minutes here, and then we will start reading.